Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Madi Abdul, and today I am very honored to present my online presentation on the topic biogenically fabricated metal oxide nanoparticles for potential applications. So let's start. Outline I will discuss about introduction, methodology of metal oxide nanoparticle formulation, experimental work, research discussion, antimicrobial activity, methodology, results, and the references. Introduction. Nanotechnology, as all of you knows, that science undergoing yet another change in the helping mankind and enter a new area of nanotechnology. So nanotechnology includes the structures and the ranges in the size of the 100 nanometer or smaller in the least or one dimension, and the science of manipulating atoms and the molecules to make new materials. Nano means dwarf, means small. What is the novel properties of atoms and nanoparticle? Large surface area, surface and atom molecule percentage is very high, same size scale and many biological structures, ease to suspend and deep access to cells and organelles and improve physical and the chemical biological properties. What is the approaches of a nanoparticles and nanofabrication? Mostly is a bottom up and top up and bottom down. Both have their own advantages, just like in bottom down material fragmentation to real nanoparticle and top up assembling individual atoms and the molecules, and it's basically is the large scale production. This is basically synthetic methods, physical, chemical, and the biological, which I use is the mostly biological synthesis using the plant extracts, using enzymes, and using the agricultural weight. But I use the plant extract. Why? Because highly stable and well characterized nanoparticle, rapid synthesis, and control toxicity, economical and eco-friendly, and size morphological control by the altering conditions. Here is the green census methodology, prevention of basically principle of a biological fabrication prevents the prevention of the waste, economical, feasible, less hazardous, and reduce the derivatives, inherently safer, and designs for the degradation. I use the aloe vera plant, and aloe vera miller plant basically belong to aloeaceae family. Aloe vera gel is used in the food flavoring, cosmetic, food supplements, and the herbal remedies, which is basically enriched in the cholesterol, campestrol, steroid, cisterol, and the lupinol, having an anti-inflammatory properties. Here is the biological fabrication of iron oxide nanoparticles, zinc oxide nanoparticles. Here is the characterization results of some carbon copper nanoparticle by the aloe vera, use nanoparticle, UV spectrum, and FTIR spectrum, the SEM and TEM results. Here is the characterization results of iron oxide nanoparticle, same is for the third zinc oxide nanoparticle. This is histogram results of three nanoparticles. Here is some result of 10 images of three particle iron, copper, and zinc oxide nanoparticle with the size ranges. Here is some XRD analysis of a JCPCT card of the sample iron oxide nanoparticle. Here is the zinc oxide. I basically calculate it from high score software. High software is basically used to calculate exact size and shape, which is determined is the average particle size. So antimicrobial and the fungal application, nano food packaging, antimicrobial activity, and wound healing application. First of all, nano food packaging and the microbial activity. Importance of grapes. I use the fruit Vitis vinifera. Grapes basically nutritious, boost due to its rich food content, improves skin and hair, and diabetes care, improvement in heart activity. It contains sufficient level of vitamin, metal, and fats and carbohydrates. Nutrients in grape help to protect against cancer, eye problems, and so on. And the grapes are good source of the fiber, potassium. There is an technology in food packaging, smart packaging, bio-based, active, and the improved packaging. I use the bio-based packaging. And what was the methodology of nano food packaging? Solvent casting method I used for the film preparation. Zinc oxide nanoparticle and a PLA biofilm were prepared by the solvent casting method, and the properties just like morphology, antimicrobial, tensile strength, moisture transmission were investigated. And here is some methodology steps in which I use the zero point 0.4 and the 4% zinc oxide nanoparticles, which mixed under the string, and I use the 8 gram of a polylactic acid PLA, and coating stirring for the 6 hour in 93 gram of chloroform at the 25 degrees centigrade. After stirring 5 hours, coated onto the glass and maintain the thickness and automatic film coating apparatus at 100 degrees centigrade. I made the films, dried these films, automatic film dryer used and at the 70 degrees centigrade, and process of the solution melt blending method I use. These biofilms, zero point 0.4 and the 4% concentration was symbolized as PLA zinc oxide 0.4% and PLA zinc oxide 4% in my research. So final product solution was dispersed in the acetone for 30 minutes and the sonicated for the proper dispersion in the medium. Mixture was poured on the glass plate, dried in the oven at 70 degrees centigrade for 10 hours. So no that dry for the dry appearance, and no further any liquid content. Why selected metal side concentration used in the PLA? Because these concentrations were selected in the research line due to the effectiveness of the results and the novelty of work. Second, mostly probably reason of a xenoside nanoparticle selective concentration in this work was the biofilm with a high concentration results in the broken surface due to the agglomeration and the poor dispersion and the least crystallinity. Methodology of nanoparticle food. Basically, I use packed in the normal polymer PLA film, then 4% and then 0.4% zinc nanoparticle in PLA film. These three samples were categorized in which I supposed to. So grapes samples were stored for 15 days, and antimicrobial activity, moisture content, carbon dioxide activity, oxygen content were analyzed for the food before and after the storage of the demonstration, the physical and the characterization. Here are some experimental results. Biopolymer packaging material for the Vitis vinifera food fruit species was suitable for the packaging due to its degradability, environmental friendly behavior, and the sustainability. And this 4% biofilm can be used as an active nano fruit packaging, which not only maintains the quality of a packaging food but also retard the microbial growth. And in food preservation, nanotechnology transforms the domain of the food preservation method and provide advantage the health benefit too. So it improved the film bioavailability, leading to perfect food packaging results and the concentration of a nano zinc in the polymer. Functionally qualified evaluation of the film and the fruit observation. These fruit damage, spoilage, eliminate the tampering risk, and the facilitation of the one-stop shop in a hygienic way, and the extension of the shelf life of a fruit were the main novel results in the result study. So, what is the quality evaluation fabrication results here for 0.4% and 4% zinc nanoparticle and the control one, which you can see that it's better for the 4% zinc oxide nanoparticles. Here is the some results, quality co-evaluation of result, biofilm, E. coli, and the S. aureus bacterial strains, antimicrobial activity with the concentration of a zinc oxide nanoparticle and PLA biofilm at 4% and 0.4%. Graphical quality variation of a zinc oxide nanoparticle PLA biofilm at 4% and 0.4% biofilm with a nanometer loading. Here's the sample controls 4% and 0.4%, basically plastic film for the storage grapes results. Physical condition grapes after 15 days, and the physical condition with the 4% and 0.4% their appearance. There's antimicrobial activity, bacterial and the fungal strains in this experimental work was used. Escherichia coli, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus lacenformis, and the Klebsiella pneumonia, Aspergillus niger, and Candida albicans. By using the methodology, I use the agar-well diffusion method to evaluate the antimicrobial activity. Agar-well diffusion method was applied in which the surface of a agar plates was introduced, and similarly, the nutrients growth was incubated overnight with the tested microbial activity, and agar plates with a zero point 0.3 ml of the bacterial fungal strains were prepared. Similarly, the whole bacterial and the fungal strains were loaded, while in the other three holes, 100 milligram per ml iron oxide, carbon dioxide, and zinc nanoparticles mixed with the concentration of 2.55 and 10 milligram per ml was loaded, and the plates were left for 2 hours at room temperature, and then overnight at 37 degrees centigrade, and ZOI was calculated as well as MIC and MBC. Here's some calculated results of the antimicrobial activity of the iron oxide zinc oxide, which I calculated on the plates. And here is also the antimicrobial activity of the copper oxide, which you can easily say is with the plates, which I calculated 23.8, 28, and 32. Here is the fungal antifungal results, and here is the some antimicrobial MIC and MBC calculation results of bacterial and the fungal all growths. Here is the wound healing activity. Alcron method I used with the thiocyansilane, methyl alcohol, hydrochloric acids, and the glycerol, and the TRIC buffered saline used. Zinc oxide nanoparticles were added in the solution to interrupt the intermolecular hydrogen bonding with the gel. Silica gel combined with the obtained zinc oxide nanoparticle. Similarly, with the different zinc oxide nanoparticle content, we prepared by the incorporating 15 ppm, 30 ppm of zinc oxide nanoparticle combined with silica gel, and the obtained modified material was utilized as effective healing dressing on the albino mouse. um, Excision wound model, I use this 150 to 200 gram were anesthetized with injection, dorsal hair of an adverse shape, then wound was clean and the normal saline and the covered with a steric silica gel zinc oxide nanoparticle dressing for 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 days and observed with the appearance and the size of the wound, and then calculate the wound area ratios by different type of formula, percentage of the wound and the healed wound. Then wound closure analysis. So aim of the wound healing by the this dressing was estimate the percentage recovery of a wound healing mechanism and the properties. Graphical representation of the percentage closure shows that 95% recovered by the silica gel with the 30 ppm dressing, and 76 by the second group 15 ppm, and last 61 in the control method. So these are the some calculated results and tensile strength and the swelling ratio. Here is the sum for porosity of wound dressing. Here is the results of a comparative analysis of a wound concentration of a group zinc oxide nanoparticle. Here is the same micrograph of my sheet which I used for it. Here is the some results of a mouth microbial tissues repairing zinc oxide nanoparticle with the microscopes. Here is the wound healing porosity and the different type of healing properties at the different type of days at on the 11 days. And similarly, I conclude my research. In this research, biogenically fabricated iron oxide, copper oxide, zinc oxide nanoparticle, which I used by the green sensors with an application for the different type, and for the additional capping agent and the templates. Characterization results which I discussed biogenically fabricated were synchronized for the antifungal and antimicrobial activity, and for the gram positive and the gram negative bacteria's bond healing activity, which is basically good, and silica gel combined with the nano zinc oxide nanoparticle act as a wound skin elasticity, inflammation, blood clotting, and positive effect on the skin repairing. Culture investigation also sustain polymer PLA based sustainable and safe packaging for the fruits, and their time period and expansion and safety, and also the physical structure and the pomological properties were increased. Spiritual recommendation is to optimize the reaction conditions, so improve the effectivity of antimicrobial can be augmented for the different formulation with the metals and nanoparticle and food packaging can also be improved for the other antimicrobial activities and the other species. Antimicrobial and fungal analysis mechanism may be improved, which I use which can be studied. Here is some published paper, and here is some certificates and the seminar which I attended, and here is the list of some publication of my work, and here is some references, and thank you so much. बस जलील का क्या करना है? दफ़ा